to the Big House. Mississippi Public Broadcasting and the Mississippi High School Activities Association present the MHSAA Cellular South Basketball Championships, sponsored by Cellular South.
Welcome back live to the Big House. We've got the second half of our afternoon doubleheader, the boys 4A high school championship. Here's Russ.
Thank you very much, Jane, and of course Cheyenne Trussell joining me here. And Cheyenne, you talk about this. We started talking about this game after last year's game. I mean, you're talking Lanier, you're talking New Hope. So much has been made about this game prior to today's game. It may not get much bigger than this.
We're going to be in for a treat. You're looking at 32 minutes of playing out basketball. These two teams met 2 weeks ago with New Hope winning 83-81. So
in the 80s.
Been a much anticipated. You got 9 straight final appearances for Lanier. New Hope is their first appearance, but they're a very solid team.
33-3 for Lanier, 32-5 for New Hope. And if these teams play in the 80s, who's playing defense?
And both coaches stress defense, but there's so much talent on both sides of the court. And I tell you, both teams has their dandy dozen. So at this game, you good players got to step up.
Well, and they will. I mean, there won't be anything unusual to see. Probably one of the best basketball games you're going to see this year out of these two teams. And here's where they are in the state. New Hope is up around Columbus. Lanier is here in Jackson, and this is where we are. We're here in Jackson at the Big House, and we'll be back for the starting lineups of today's game as the 4A state championship continues on Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
The MHSAA Cellular South State Basketball Tournament is made possible through support by Cellular South, a proud sponsor of the Cellular South Game Plan, helping to prepare Mississippi high school athletes meet the challenges of college academics. A sponsor of the Cellular South Outstanding Players Awards, recognizing the state's top collegiate athletes through the Connerly Trophy for football, the Howell Trophy for basketball, and the Ferris Trophy for baseball. Cellular South, promoting excellence in Mississippi athletics.
The future's here! The future's here!
Good evening. At 9:17 this morning, the future arrived years earlier than predicted. The future. What is it?
High-speed internet, faster downloads.
It's a video mail.
I mean, until the aliens get here, I'm happy with the, with the high def.
The future helps us better understand the past.
Documentaries on demand, so forth.
Welcome back to the Big House. Russ Robinson along with Cheyenne Trussell, and there are your starting lineups. New Hope going with Brandon White, Dale Hughes, Ray Knight, Rashidi Harris, and Kendrick Bush. Lanier will counter with Javon Brown, Benjamin George, R.L. Horton, Thurley Love, and Lamar Williams. And, of course, Cheyenne, as R.L. Horton goes, that's how the Bulldogs go.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, Coach Billups said, if you look at a scout report for 3 years ago, they do pretty much the same. Regardless of his athlete, they run through a certain system on that. So look to see various mixed-up offenses as well as defense from both squads.
Well, there's a good look at the Lanier Bulldogs. They're no strangers. You've mentioned 9 straight appearances to the Big House. And, of course, I think Coach Billups has documented his success is documented, but New Hope may be the new kids on the block.
They're extremely solid. When I asked Coach Bird about his team, I said, describe your team. He said, we're solid at every position. He said his biggest concern was making sure that his kids can handle this environment, because you notice it would have to be Lanier's home court advantage.
Yeah, I would think so. When you're playing in Jackson and you played in this house 9 times in a row, you got to consider they're not going to have any depth perception. But, I came in today and I saw New Hope practicing. They're going to have some depth perception. Lanier going to have depth perception. These guys are big. They're tall, and they're very physical.
They are. And Rashante Harris is the real deal. I was talking to Coach Billups about him, and he said, hey, he makes them tick. Coach Bird said that throughout the offense, the ball will need to go in to Rashante. That's going to be their game plan. He needs to get plenty of touches.
So there you look at the fans getting ready for this ball game. Don't forget, we'll have ball games again tonight as continuing coverage of the MHSAA Cellular South Basketball Championships here on Mississippi Public Broadcasting. And should be 2 good ones tonight. But, boy, I don't think anybody's thinking tonight right now, Cheyenne. They're thinking right now and this may be the best basketball game of the year for people to watch.
It is. It's a much anticipated game, and I tell you, many of these players will go on and play at the next level.
I was going to ask you that. I mean, up and down the lineup, do these two teams have people that can play at the next level?
Oh, of course, R.L. Horton from Lanier, along with Rashante Harris, of course, they're highlight players, but as well as you're going to see several others. Now, Lanier, and Coach Billard mentioned, was not as athletic as they've been in the past, but they're going to play for 32 full minutes.
All right, let's go to Kim Salter. Kim?
Jeff, the Associate Chancellor for University of Mississippi, is here to tell us a little bit about what's going on his campus right now. I understand great things are happening.
These are very exciting times at Ole Miss. The word that you hear on campus most often now is the word momentum. For 11 years now, we've had steadily increasing enrollments. Our National Merit Scholars are up to 43 this year, which ranks us in about the top 30 of universities in America. $265 million worth of construction in the last 10 years. It's an exciting time to be at Ole Miss.
I understand there's some awards, great things happening in terms of the coaches as well. Can you fill us in?
Well, we've done very well athletically in the last year as well. Of course, our basketball team tied for the Western Division Conference Championship in the SEC. Our brand new head basketball coach was named the SEC Coach of the Year. Our baseball team is playing now and ranked in the top 20. Our tennis team is playing and ranked in the top 10 in America. So, again, lots of excitement.
Well, we thank you very much for your time and for the good information about the school. Good luck to you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mississippi Public Broadcasting wishes to thank Penn's Restaurant and Catering by George's, and Hamill's Home Cooking for their support to bring you live coverage of the MHSAA Cellular South State Basketball Tournament here from the Big House. Russ Robinson along with Cheyenne Trussell, and New Hope will be in their black uniforms trimmed in gold and white. Lanier in the very familiar white uniforms trimmed in maroon and blue. And you're going to want, now I'm going to tell you this, but you already know this. You're going to want to own a DVD or VHS of this game. And to get a copy, all you got to do is to log on to mpbonline.org. Each game is $24.95. Order your copy now by logging on to mpbonline.org and have this one for history's sake. All right, jumping it up. Rashante Harris for New Hope. And the tip is up. It's controlled by New Hope. And here come the Trojans. Ball knocked away, but saved. Well, Lanier so quick. Here's a shot for three on the way. Rims out, and the rebound comes down to and taken by R.L. Horton. Horton dumps it off inside. The turnaround shot in the paint is up, and it's good by Lamar Williams.
Taking it inside early, probably hoping to draw some fouls on Rashante.
Kendrick Bush wants to go inside. A reverse slam by Rashante Harris. And I go back to your original statement. He's the real deal.
The real deal, and they know that they won't be able to stop Rashante. They hope they can contain him and make the other players play up.
Lanier on the attack now. We're tied at 2. Bulldogs, think about the three, think better of it. Here's Horton in the paint, hang, shoot, score. So smooth.
Both Dandy Dozens stepping up.
4-2, Bulldogs by 2. Here come the Trojans on the other end. Kendrick Bush. Off left side to Brandon White. White will back away now between the circles. Here's the pass, goes into Harris. Harris on the blocks. Harris turns and gives to Brandon White, and he'll back away. Very patient, this Trojan team.
Oh, yeah. They know that Lanier is going to show several defenses at them. It's one thing Coach Berg talked about. We got to be able to react.
Brandon White with the basketball for the Trojans. Almost lost it, picks it back up. He's being guarded by Benjamin George. Here's the drive, and looks like he lost the ball. He did lose the ball, and now Lanier comes up with it, and they've got some numbers. Bounce pass, and the hanging jump shot is good. And that's R.L. Horton. No surprise there. Lanier leads it 6-2. Brandon White with the basketball for the Trojans. They want to go into Harris. Harris double team. Shot taken from the corner. No, doesn't hit anything.
And he's holding true. They tried to make sure that Rashante touched the ball every time down.
R.L. Horton. Shot taken up, blocked by Harris. Whoa. Harris gives to Ray Knight. Shot taken up for three. Good. Dale Hughes with a 3-ball. And it's a 1-point Lanier lead.
I tell you, both is a good up-tempo. We may score very well in the 70s before this game is over.
That may be by the half. Here's Horton. Up, no good. Nice rebound. The ball is stripped and knocked out of bounds by New Hope. R.L. Horton will carry this basketball team on his shoulders.
He will. And Coach Phillips said that they'll adjust to whatever the defense gives them.
Here's the shot over Harris. The shot is missed, and the Trojans come out with it, and they've got some numbers to work with. Benjamin George has the ball knocked out of his hands, but it's picked up by Ray Knight. Knight will give to Brandon White, and the Trojans will reset the offense now. Here's a shot put up for two by Kendrick Bush.
And you have good shooters on both teams, good penetrators. They go inside and out.
Lanier leads it 8-7. And R.L. Horton will pull up from 14. Nope, won't go. Rebound, scramble for it. Lanier comes down with it. Here's Horton. Has the ball knocked out of his hands. Here's Bush on the breakaway to Dale Hughes. Hughes lays it up and in.
I tell you, early on, it seemed as though New Hope had settled down and got comfortable with this environment. That was one of the concerns that Coach Bird had, but it looked pretty comfortable to me.
The Bulldogs on the attack now. Lanier swings it to the right side. Bulldogs down in this ball game by 1. They want to go inside, but Harris says no. The ball's on the floor, and a jump ball called, and it will go into the direction of Lanier.
I think the offensive game plan for Lanier is try to get some fouls on the big man early.
Well, and if you can reach up that high and do that, that would be great.
Number 25, Terry Church.
And our first substitution of the day coming in for Lanier will be number 25, Terry Church. And a timeout on the floor with your score. New Hope 9, Lanier 6. We'll take a timeout and be back with more in a moment.
I decline to accept the end of man. It is easy enough to say that man is immortal simply because he will endure. I refuse to accept this, not because he alone among creatures has an inexhaustible voice, but because he has a soul. I believe that man will not merely endure, he will prevail.
Good evening. At 9:17 this morning, the future arrived, years earlier than predicted. The future. What is it?
High-speed internet, faster downloads.
It's a video mail.
I mean, until the aliens get here, I'm happy with the, with the high def.
The future helps us better understand the past.
Documentaries on demand, so forth.
There's a good look at a couple of fans who are excited about this ball game. Let's take a look at why they're excited. Outlet pass to Dale Hughes, and Dale Hughes going to lay it up gently. And New Hope showing some speed there, Cheyenne.
They are, and both coaches want those transition baskets like that.
All right, the Bulldogs will inbound it. R.L. Horton will come way back outside to Javon Brown. Back over to Benjamin George. Shot taken is up. Nope, won't go, and Harris on the rebound. Seems like to me you're going to get one shot if you're Lanier.
You're a good team, you're going to box out.
Here's the pass inside to Harris, and it's stolen. Benjamin George, coast to coast, goes up, misses the shot, but will go to the free throw line.
You know, New Hope has only lost one game to a team in the state of Mississippi, and that was Starkville in overtime. The other 4 losses came in a tournament in Arkansas.
So that's where they got all the losses.
Number 3, Benjamin George.
Here's the replay and the foul. And going to the free throw line will be Benjamin George to shoot the 2 free throws. George at the free throw line now for Lanier. First one is up, it's good.
This is one of the key points that Coach Billard will talk about. The keys to winning this game is limited turnover, but he stressed the free throws, and of course we saw that in last night's game.
Oh, didn't we? Wasn't that a beauty? Second shot is good. So Benjamin George gets both. And Lanier now cuts the deficit to 1. And here's the Trojans on the other end. Little pushing off there. They got away with it. Dale Hughes really mixing it up. There's a pick. Oh, Harris was open for a moment. They couldn't find him. Here's the drive in the paint. Nope, won't go. Bouncing around. And New Hope hustles it down. Ray Knight will take the shot off the glass. Won't go. Whistle. Foul called, and that may be going against the big man. Let's see. There's a coach of Robert. Good look at Robert Byrd there for New Hope. No, that's going to be on Kendrick Bush. That's his first foul, the team's second foul. And so now the Bulldogs with a chance to at least tie and take the lead. Very fast-paced first quarter here from the Mississippi Coliseum. 4A state championship, and it looks like Lanier on the baseline takes the shot over Harris. Nope, won't go. Can Harris make you change your shot or what?
He can. It was a close percentage shot, but I think Coach Miller would rather for him to go straight up with that.
Brandon White with the basketball over to Ray Knight. Knight into Harris. Harris wants the baseline. Muscles his way in, and it's blocked. Nice defense by the Lanier Bulldogs. And here's Lanier on the other end. R.L. Horton fakes, pulls up, takes the shot, won't go. Rebound. Nobody's got it, and somehow the Trojans come out with it. Lead pass down the floor to Dale Hughes. Hughes, reverse, no, it will not go. And here comes Lanier, and they've got the numbers. Benjamin George, blocked by Harris. And the shot on the baseline, nope. And another altered shot, Cheyenne.
And they keep carrying the ball inside if no Harris not there, but he's playing big in there.
Here's a layup that's laid up and in by Brandon White. He just took it strong to the hole. I don't think the Lanier Bulldogs thought he was going to take the shot.
You know, before the game, and I was watching New Hope team back in the dressing room area, they seem pretty relaxed, and they playing that.
Bulldogs with the basketball. New Hope with a three-point lead. Look at Harris going at it in the paint. Shot taken is up for three. It's good by Terry Church. And we're tied at 11. Less than a minute to play in the first quarter. Where did the first quarter go? Dale into Harris. Rashadi Harris spins, takes the shot, and a blocking foul going to be assessed. All right, now if you're fronting him and you're backing him, how do you stop him?
You don't.
Let's take a look at it. And we're going to take a look to see how they tried to stop it. All right, here's Harris. Got two Bulldogs around him, and he's going to try to go between them. And because his feet weren't set, he got the foul called against him. So Harris will go to the free throw line. Rims out. He'll get another. They were actually calling that a shooting foul. There's a picture of him, 6'9" junior. A junior. Second shot on the way. Good. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me a lot of Jackie Butler.
He does. He does.
31, Raymond Holloway.
Has a good soft touch around the basket.
12-11. And Lanier leading by 1. 44 seconds to go in the opening frame. Church with a basketball for the Bulldogs. Cross court. They try to work it inside. The Trojans almost come up with it. Trojans have changed and gone to a zone defense.
Yes, and matter of fact, Coach Byrd said that they were going to play that the majority of the time.
Rebound put back up. No, it will not go, and a foul called. And the reason they want to run the zone, Cheyenne, is to push those outside shots even further out.
Push them out, and then, of course, you got R.L. Horton that can break down on the ball with the dribble, so they have to kind of ease back some. I tell you, Coach Byrd has done a great job. This is in his 9th year, and this is the first appearance in the championship.
At the free throw line for Lanier is Lamar Williams. Missed it. There's a good-looking shot of Coach Robert Byrd.
He said he had a lot on his mind. You know, 2 weeks ago, his wife had a little baby girl and thought that she was going to have to watch from home, but she made it today.
Good. Her good indoctrination to what's going to be happening the rest of her life. Second free throw on the way. Good. Tied at 12. And let's see if the Trojans can score before the end of the first quarter. Showing a little patience. Wells in the ball game now for the Trojans at the center circle. 9 seconds to go. Starts the play in motion. Pass goes into Harris. Harris on the blocks. Harris to the glass, and he's going to be charged for traveling. Nope. A foul going to be called.
And it's holding true to what Coach Bird said is that, hey, as this game go, we have to go inside to return.
Well, let's take a look at it. See, he tried to get the shot. Yeah, they got him on the arms. Boy, when he posts up, there's just nothing you can do.
Right. He's not just a big guy. He's physical.
Free throw is good. Yeah, the nice thing about being 6'9", when you shoot a free throw, you don't have that far to shoot it. Second shot on the way. Off the iron, no good. 13-12. And a long shot is no good. And that's how we'll end the first quarter with your score, 13-12 New Hope. Let's go to Kim Salter. Kim?
Thank you, Russ. I have with me the principal of Lanier High School, Mr. Stanley Blackman. Now, tell me, just quickly, how do you all keep the momentum going? You're here year after year. Is it ever the same?
No, every year is different because we have a new set of kids. New kids come aboard. Other kids graduate. But the excitement is never lessened. We get excited every year.
Well, I know it's probably been a pretty rough week at school, just keeping everybody ready and calm enough before the game.
To be honest with you, we've been pretty focused because this was exam week, so we kind of put exams in rotation where the kids will be able to lead the day and not interfere with the exam. So everybody was kind of low-key and kind of just focused on the moment right now.
Well, congratulations on being here again. And I also have with me the school board member here, H.Ann Jones, and she was telling me you're not through after tonight. You've got a couple more games you're going to be around for.
Oh, yes. I'm not through for the week. We have 3 teams that will be playing tomorrow. Murr will be playing Tupelo for the championship in the girls' game. And 2 of our Jackson teams will be playing for the 5A championship tomorrow night. So the big house is going to be full tomorrow night. It's going to be rocking.
I tell you what, and it's rocking now, so come see us down here. Russ, back to you.
Thank you very much, Kim. Let's take a look at the replay as we get ready to start the second quarter. Here it is, and here is Lanier. This is Benjamin George, and you think that shot was altered a little bit by Harris. New Hope shooting 45% from the floor, Lanier 30% from the floor. And Harris has 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 block shots. And I thought I saw him selling some programs out front earlier.
He's playing a lot bigger than 4 points.
He really is. The pass goes into him. It's knocked away, but he picks it back up as we start the second quarter of play. New Hope inside to Harris. Harris is in there a long time, leans in, misses the shot, but the rebound is tipped back up and in by Kendrick Bush. Good follow-up.
Yeah, they're going to continue to go inside to Harris. Once again, they want to make sure, because they know Harris is going to get his points, see can the other members get theirs.
Well, the shot is missed by the Bulldogs, and here comes New Hope now. Dale with the basketball off to Kendrick Bush, and he will give way to Wells. Wells flips left side. Shot for 3 on the way is good by Kendrick Bush.
And they're going to have to contest that. He's getting too good of a look from the perimeter. And once they go out that course, they're going to leave Harris open in the middle.
18-12. Here's R.L. Horton for 3. Off the iron, no good. Bush on the rebound to Wells. Wells hangs, misses. Oh, he just had that shot missed. Here come the Bulldogs back the other way. R.L. Horton dumps it off. Terry Church for 3. Will not go. Harris on the rebound, just towers over everybody. Lead pass to Ray Knight. Knight looks for Harris, can't find him, finds Wells now at the center circle. New Hope with the basketball. Shot for 3 on the way. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, going to have to contest it. And the thing about New Hope, too, is Coach Bird said they have a lot of depth, which can be a fourth row in the fourth quarter.
Bulldogs down 21-12 and have not scored on their last 3 trips. Lanier with the basketball. Benjamin George into Terry Church. Church leaning in. Blocked by Harris. Here come the Trojans. They got a 3-on-1. Shot off the glass. Nope. And the jam is not good. Stadium still rocking, by the way. Here's Ariel Horton. They gave him the shot, blocked, picked up, and whistle and a foul call. You know, the thing that impresses me, Cheyenne, is the fact that when that ball goes into the paint, you see about 20 different pairs of hands in there.
They collapse. They're going to contest every shot in there.
Going to the free throw line will be Lamar Williams. He's 1 for 2. There's a good look there at Robert Bird. Well, they say it's on the floor. Here's the shot inside. It's up and good by Terry Church. He now has 5 points in a game, and it's a 21-14 ball game. And that stops the bleeding for Lanier. Wells with the basketball. Oh, they go into Harris. He pulls it down. Harris puts the shot up. Nope, got his own rebound. Nobody there besides Harris, Cheyenne. Where are the other Trojans at? Benjamin George tries to go baseline. He goes out of bounds.
You know, the shots that New Hope hit from the perimeter that created an open for Harris inside.
Mississippi Public Broadcasting's coverage of the MHSAA Cellular South State Basketball Tournament is made possible in part by Comcast. And here are the Trojans now with a basketball. At the top of the key, Kendrick Bush. He's been hot. Handles the ball well for a big man.
If you notice, though, that's creating an opening down low for Rashante by himself.
Yeah, and there's the whistle and the foul, and I'm going to go step out on a limb and tell you that Harris is going to get another jam before this day is over with. He looked like he was going for it right there. That is the second foul on Lamar Williams. Shot for 3 on the way, no good. Ball knocked out, and that is going to be a foul on Ray Knight for coming over the back. That is the third team foul, second on Knight. And there's a good look at number 15, R.L. Horton. Lanier, 36-3 on the year. So they won a lot of basketball games. R.L. Horton has been a major part of that. Horton with the basketball will fire up a 3. He's no good on that, and Harris on the rebound. I think Horton a little bit off in this ball game.
He's a little off, and they're making him work when he's on defense.
So now Brandon White with the basketball for the Trojans. Had the ball taken out of his hands by Benjamin George. George flips the ball up court. Terry Church leans in, has the shot up the glass.
And that's what Lanier, Coach Bill is banking on. Steals, turnovers, quick transition basket.
Well, they get back in it now, 21-16. New Hope hasn't scored on their last 2 trips. Here's Harris down on the baseline, turns, puts a shot up, and they're going to call him for traveling with the basketball. Now, what happened down there, Cheyenne?
Well, they tried to collapse on him like a little trap down low, and with the double team, of course, there was nowhere for him to go.
Well, here's Church on the other end, just leaning in, takes the shot, and it's good. Right now, it is 21-16 New Hope. We'll take a timeout and be back with more from the Big House in a moment.
If you're interested in law enforcement, think about a career with the Mississippi Highway Patrol. Officers of the Mississippi Highway Patrol enforce rules of the road, conduct criminal investigations, and handle other important assignments. Recruitment of qualified men and women is underway now. At MHP, training's top-notch and pay and benefits are better than ever. To learn more, call the Mississippi Highway Patrol.
For more information, call the Highway Patrol's recruitment office at 601-933-2135.
The dogs are red hot at Scottsfield. Ruby Hall had a ball. Friends you know hanging out at the depot. So step on into tomorrow. Step on into tomorrow.
Welcome back to the Big House. Russ Robinson along with Cheyenne Trussell, 21-16. New Hope over Lanier. And big thanks today from Mississippi Public Broadcasting to Penn's Restaurant and Catering by George's and Hamill's Home Cooking for their support in bringing you live coverage of this MHSAA Cellular South State Basketball Tournament. Lanier on the attack now. They've scored the last 2 times down, Cheyenne. And let's see if they can go with a trifecta here and get back in the ball game.
New Hope still staying in that 2-3 zone. Of course, they could play that as long as they got that big man inside.
Yeah. They could play a 4-1 zone. There's the ball knocked away by Harris, but picked back up by the Bulldogs. Terry Church off to Benjamin George. George will pull the trigger from 14 and drop it in.
And that's where they're going to have to make some of their perimeter baskets because Rashante is playing big in the middle defense.
Very quietly, Lanier getting back in this ball game now. Here's the pass into Harris. Rashante back over to Kendrick Bush. He'll go right down the middle, lay it up and in.
See how the defense just collapsed when he gets the ball inside. That created other opportunities.
Well, yeah, and Harris saw Kendrick Bush standing out there by himself and flipped the ball back out to him. 23-18. New Hope leading. The Bulldogs on the attack. They've got the baseline shot, and they got it. Nice move by R.L. Horton. He saw the baseline was open, and he attacked. Here's Kendrick Bush on the other end now. Bush, top of the key. Bounce pass back to Brandon White. White trying to swing everybody over. He's going to get a pick from Harris. And Brandon White hits a bucket. Boy, that's a good-looking shot by Brandon White. His first bucket of the day.
They're a good shooting perimeter team.
They really are, and not shy about pulling a trigger.
That going to create problems because Lanier could not match up with Rashante one-on-one down low.
Benjamin George gives to R.L. Horton now for the Bulldogs. Into Williams, back to Horton, cross court. Benjamin George wants the baselines, got it again, and boy, Harris made him think about that shot. Did you see Rashante Harris look at Benjamin George and say, take that shot?
His presence inside is creating trouble.
And you say he's a junior.
And see, I would think that Lanier would be pressing more. Of course, Coach Billings said that they would, but.
Here's Kendrick Bush for 3. Bush is having a great first half. 28-20 New Hope. I don't think we're going to get any 80s today. Here's Benjamin George. Inside he goes to Church. Blocked. Hammered.
The guy plays so smart.
Here's Brandon White. Shot. No, it won't go. A little too fancy. That's
Bird did not want that type of shot.
Ball knocked away, and here comes Dale back the other way. Dale Hughes. Hughes, shake and bake move in the corner and a foul call. Dale Hughes missed that shot underneath a moment ago.
Right now, Russ, it seems as though New Hope is the more aggressive.
I agree with you, Cheyenne. I think they're attacking more. R.L. Horton attacked on the baseline a moment ago, but now New Hope has turned their intensity level up and checking in the ball game now for Lanier.
Check again. 24, Thurley Love.
Is number 31, who I don't have. Interesting. Here's the shot. It's up, no good, and a foul call. If Brian Eubank, our statistician, doesn't have it, nobody has it.
Yeah, sometimes you have when teams trade certain jerseys, they, for whatever reason, may not have that number.
Well, there's the foul right there. Here's the free throw attempt put up, no good by Dale Hughes. Hughes has 5 points in a ball game. 16 fouls. That's Kenyatta Anderson, number 31 instead of 32. And Dale Hughes hits 1 of 2. So it's 29-20, kind of a quiet, subdued Lanier crowd here at the Coliseum right now.
R.L. Horton has to do with New Hope.
R.L. Horton is fouled by Harris. That's Harris's first foul. Now, is that how you get Harris to foul out? Is to attack?
Yeah, you wanted to yeah, exactly. Take the ball into him. And if he pick up 2 fouls, generally he's probably going to get pulled out. I think that is the second.
Yes, no, it's first.
First, okay.
And the first free throw made by R.L. Horton.
But he plays so smart.
Yeah. On both ends. Horton's second free throw good. That's money in the bank, but Horton goes to the free throw line. 29-22.
Still haven't seen the different presses. Coach Billings said they were going to do a full court, half court, 3/4 court.
Hadn't seen him in any of them yet. Here's Dale Hughes with a running one-hander. drops it in.
It's impressive.
31-22, New Hope. Here's Horton. Bulldogs, shot on the way. Nope, won't go. Outlet pass. Brandon White looking up the floor. Has Wells. Wells hangs, shoots, scores. And the bucket is good. Or is the bucket good? The bucket's good. Let's take a look at it. Here's the lead pass to Wells. Wells, yeah, he got hit on the play, hits the bucket. And we'll go to the free throw line. Not a popular call. And checking in now for New Hope is Jeffrey Little. Boy, when they bring him in off the bench, they're almost as tall as the ones that are out there. Wells free throw. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, knocked back out. Picked up. Shot is up and good by Dale Hughes.
Right now, yes, right now New Hope has that rhythm there in that zone.
35-22. Lanier in trouble here in the first half. Benjamin George brings them back. Hits the bucket. Here's Wells again on the other end. Wells wants the baseline. Puts a shot up. No, it will not go. Bulldogs. And a ball knocked out of bounds on the other end. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Bulldog basketball. So quick, both of these teams.
It is. It'd be interesting to see what kind of adjustments is made at halftime.
I don't know if I tell any of them to do anything different. It's such a fun basketball game to watch. Here's Benjamin George over to Horton. Shake and bake move. Turnaround shot in the paint. He makes it look easy. And that is the end of the first half. With your score, New Hope 35, Lanier 26. And Coach Billups does not like some of the calls out there. Looked like he was chewing on that official pretty good, and the crowd kind of getting into that. So your halftime score is 35-26, and it is New Hope that is on top in this ball game. Let's go over to Kim and Coach Bird. Kim?
Thank you very much, Russ. Coach, I know this is your first trip here to the big game, but does it make it any easier that you faced this team just a few weeks ago?
Oh, Lord, no. I wish there's anybody else but Lanier right now. We're familiar with them, and that helps a little bit. And of course, our kids played against them in the AAU, so they know each other well.
It's been a very exciting game so far. How are you going to keep that momentum going the second half?
You got to keep playing. You know, Lanier's not going to go away. We got a little stupid there at the end, gave them 4 points, and that's Lanier. They're going to hang around and make it hard for you.
I'll let you get to your guys. Thank you so much for your time. Stay with us. More action in just a minute.
Hi, I'm Gene Edwards. If you're enjoying the games here on MPB, we'd like you to become a member. For a contribution of $70 or more, we'll send you our 2007 MPB t-shirt with colorful artwork that reflects both MPB and the state. And for $150 or more, we'll send you Proud to Call Mississippi Home, featuring profiles of the state's celebrities and visionaries. You can see all the great pledge gifts when you go online to mpbonline.org or give us a call, 1-800-390-4388. Thanks for supporting MPB.
Mississippi Public Broadcasting's coverage of the MHSAA Cellular South Basketball Tournament is made possible in part by Penn's Restaurants and Catering. Since 1967, Penn's Restaurants and Catering have served Mississippi pond-raised catfish, prepared hot and fresh, on-site for groups of 50 to 5,000. With 14 locations in central Mississippi, Penn's Restaurants and Catering is more than a restaurant, it's a tradition. Thanks, Penn's Restaurant and Catering, for supporting coverage of the MHSAA Cellular South State Basketball Tournament and Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
This great production team from Mississippi Public Broadcasting is doing basketball this weekend, but just a couple of weeks ago they were finishing production on the 4th season of the popular public television series Between the Lions. We invited Wilson Stribling from WLBT to take a backstage look.
These are some of public television's biggest stars.
The world awaits.
Theo, Cleo, Lionel, and Leona, a family of lions who star on a show positioned as the next step up from Sesame Street because it teaches children how to put letters together to form words.
You can put the puppets down. Roll tape.
4, 3, 2. Be curious.
It's all done on Ridgewood Road in Jackson, where creative people from here, Boston, and New York have been gathering for 3 years now to shoot the Emmy Award-winning show.
The biggest joy of my life has been working on this show. Actually, it's a little cozy.
Jennifer Barnhart plays the mother lion, Cleo.
Ever since we've come to Mississippi, we have been so welcomed and so warmly received that it's made all the difference. And I really think that it strengthened the show because everyone here is fighting for it. So it's a great feeling.
Yeah, this has just always been a hobby.
Cleo's husband, Theo, is played by Peter Lenz, and there's no shortage of fun on the Jackson set.
Nosy, nosy. Nosy, 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 nosy.
Sorry, Wilson, you probably should edit out that nosy part.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Pecos Bill. But what they're doing is serious. Between the Lions is designed especially for children who don't have the benefit of pre-kindergarten.
It was one of the greatest trips
Chris
over here
Surf created the show along with one of his colleagues from Sesame Street.
Because we worked on Sesame Street, we knew that TV could really help kids learn. And we got together some of the top educators in the country and talked to them about how we might teach reading on television. And Between the Lines came out of those conversations.
Why do people want to know?
MPB lured production to Jackson in part because of this state's less than stellar record on education.
Because there are so many literacy challenges here in Mississippi, we began doing research studies using Between the Lines materials in preschools and kindergartens years ago, shortly after we went on the air, and developed a relationship with Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
We can do it from here.
And soon you'll see some more local flavor.
Well, I'm from Louisiana, and
this is Carrie, the newest addition to the cast, and she's played by a young woman who knows TV but never expected this.
my dad is Walt Grayson, that I'm very proud of. And so I've always been behind the camera and always told to be very, very quiet. And so now I get the chance to be in front of the camera and actually have so much fun. They invited me to come.
Carrie will begin appearing next season, right along with the other characters who've endeared themselves to children all over America. But the priority here on the set at Mississippi Public Broadcasting in Jackson is teaching. There's a whole Between the Lines curriculum that was actually developed intentionally before the show came together.
The little red hen asked.
Bobby Courtney's pre-K class at True Vine Children's Village in Brandon is using the Lions curriculum. MPB provides the materials and a mentor to help Ms. Courtney take a fresh approach to teaching.
I've learned how to be more effective in the classroom. And even what I was using before, I learned how to use it in a more effective way.
And what is that word? The key is making it interactive and fun, with Between the Lions as the catalyst.
The children read 2 books with each episode, and then they watch the episode and the characters in the book come alive on the screen. It's a way of facilitating discussion about what they've learned.
And the teacher is engaging the children in learning, which really to a lot of people would look like play. But this is how children learn. They learn through play and by doing.
What is the name of this book? Parents are also involved, serving as designated readers. On this day, the mother of 4-year-old Maya is here.
Maya is very talkative now, and even when we're riding in the car, she goes over different things that she's learned through the week and she asks questions and have us answering. And sometimes she'll say a good answer, and she said, "That's not a good answer. That makes no sense."
For now, this is offered only in Mississippi at selected daycare centers that serve low-income families. Several studies, some independent, some internal, have indicated that the show and the curriculum are working.
There once was a little
that kids like these are better at identifying letters, matching letters with sounds, and distinguishing between words and pictures. The goal is to get the children ready for kindergarten and ready to read.
We're a little hot on these puppets, but I don't want to...
That's always on the minds of the actors and producers back at MPB, co-creator Chris Surf.
That it's really incredibly exciting to be able to have fun doing something important. And we think the show is incredible fun and that we're helping kids to read, which is important.
You can put the puppets down.
And it's all happening in Mississippi, where anything that improves literacy, even if it comes from the television, certainly cannot hurt. This is Wilson Stribling reporting.
I have have with me Mary Frances Waters, who is the Assistant Director of the Mississippi High School Activities Association, but one of her many duties is handling the cheer competition and also the dance competition each year. Now, cheerleaders are a big part of what we're doing right now, and we need to talk a little bit about what that competition is, how they go about it, and what criteria they have to meet.
They do. They have to have 3 regional competitions in November. That's for junior highs and JVs, but the junior high and the JVs don't go on to state, and the varsities do. And this year, that was on December the 16th. We had 90 squads there, and it was right here in this Coliseum, and it was just this loud.
Well, I understand New Hope football cheerleaders did real well.
They did, as well as East Webster's coming on. Brookhaven was just here. They did great. It is fantastic day.
And also dance competition. Now, I think they had some success there.
We did. New Hope also won in dance. And this was our 3rd year for dance competition. We had 30 squads, and it's just getting bigger and bigger every year. We're so excited.
Well, thank you for your time. Thank you, girls. Thank you very much. We'll let you have it back.
One of the great new programs for student athletes is called the Game Plan. It's a co-production of the MHSAA and Cellular South. Take a look.
In our state, we have seen over the past few years in the football arena, some of our top athletes not be able to qualify for college. And that is a waste of not only athletic talent, but academic potential. And if we can get these very talented people into our universities, they will come back, they will go to college, maybe produce on the athletic fields, but certainly will be in a better position to contribute to the economic development of our state post-college.
To remedy the situation, Cellular South Game Plan was created to help propel these student athletes into higher education through workshops and many other secondary tools.
Yes, right there. Good job.
I'm able to come in and discuss the ACT preparation, Carnegie units, the various subject areas that children need to, and courses that they need to take to be successful and become eligible for NCAA clearinghouse guidelines, state guidelines, and IHL guidelines.
Well, we have a website that will be continuously updated so that that athletes, their parents, school administrators, guidance counselors can go there and keep up with the ever-changing rules that are part of the NCAA requirement process.
I think it's an excellent program in the fact that it's making kids, if they don't understand all the rules, at least they're aware of the rules, and then maybe it can help their parents to guide the kids where they need to go and what they need to do.
Yeah, I had a couple offers, but you know what I'm saying, first thing they asked me is, how your grades looking, so can't do nothing without them grades.
And many times they think that kids feel that just on the athletic ability alone they can go into a college or a university. And they've been, I guess, misled because you must have a quality education even to become a quality citizen. And I think this step that they're making here, Cellular South, I think it's a giant step.
It's great to be able to partner with Cellular South and help the students of Mississippi get to the right place for them and find that college sports experience. So for them to find that college sports experience and do what they dream is going to be so special.
All right, there are the stats from the first half, and New Hope leads at 35-26. Russ Robinson along with Cheyenne Trussell, and it's just really kind of even on the stat side of it. Only 4 turnovers. That's hard to believe, Cheyenne. Here's R.L. Horton for 3, misses it. Rebound, stuck back up. Nope, won't go on the jam. Blocked by Harris, and picked up by White.
If you're at halftime, your Coach Bird, you tell your team, hey, let's continue to play ball the way we are. If you Coach Billups, tell him we got to hit that perimeter and continue more pressure on them.
New Hope with the basketball now. Brandon White, both teams go with their starters, and there's an offensive foul charged to Brandon White. Kind of a push.
Right, it extended it on.
And the official right on it makes the call. Just underway here in the second half. 4A state championship, MHSAA Cellular South basketball championships here from the Big House. Pass goes inside. Harris going to be whistled for the foul on the denial of the basketball. That's his second.
I guess Lanier game plan and said, we got to get some fouls on Rashanti Harris.
And the way to do that, of course, Cheyenne, is to go inside if you can.
Exactly.
They've not been able to do that much in the first half. Let's see what they do here in the second half. Benjamin George gives to R.L. Horton, back to George. Shot put up for three is good.
And Russ, that's one of the things that Lanier is going to have to start doing, is to be able to hit those perimeters.
38-25, Javon Brown with the tray. And here is Devin White back the other way. They give him 2 instead of 3. Whistle, and there's a foul on Benjamin George. So statistician Brian Eubank telling me that was a 2 instead of a 3, but boy, he was way out there. Must have had his foot on the line.
If you're New Hope, you want to be careful and continue to play your game and not slow it down.
In other words, play not to lose.
Exactly.
Here's Dale Hughes with the basketball. Hughes lost the ball, picks it up, had it knocked away, but he got it back. Hughes will pull the trigger. Oh, a 3-ball by Hughes.
They're a good perimeter shooting team, and as long as they're able to make those baskets outside, that's going to create problems.
10-point lead, and the shot over Harris by R.L. Horton, no good. Terry Church will push it up, no good. And a foul going to be called. And let's see who they call it on.
Foul, Trojans, 21, Kendrick Bush.
That's going to be Kendrick Bush, going to be, as you see, Harris talking to the official there.
Shooting 2.
This man is a junior. Talking about Harris, Rashidi Harris.
Very talented young man. Of course, Coach Billups stressed the free throws. He said, in order for us to win this game, we're going to have to shoot well at the line.
Church hadn't been there yet today. First one on the way good. Lanier, normally a very good free throw shooting team.
They are.
Well, they're fundamentally sound just about everywhere. That's why you get here 9 times in a row.
I asked Coach Billups about that. I said, Coach, what drives you after 9 straight appearances? He said, hey, it's all about Lanier. It's about the tradition. Year in and year out, they don't get some of the athletes that they would like. However, everyone has to play into their system.
Second shot by Church is good. So right now they exchanged a 3 for a 2, and the inbounds pass. Here's your press, Cheyenne. And they break it. And a whistle and a palming of the basketball. Going to be charged to the Trojans. And Ray Knight palms the basketball. You don't see that call just a whole lot.
No, this year maybe a little more than the past, but they all it is they're carrying the ball.
Here's Horton. Pulls up on the dead run. Drops it in.
You have to kind of get the little feeling that the momentum is trying to switch here.
Here's Kendrick Bush now. Bush wants to go in. Oh, what a shot by Kendrick Bush. Leans in, gets the runner, and will go to the free throw line, and that is 3 on Williams. Let's take a look at that. Right at your face, leans in backwards, and lays it up and in.
Good call by the official.
Kendrick Bush with a bucket, and he'll get a free throw here. So now the free throw on the way, no good. Free throw line hadn't been that kind to New Hope. Join Mississippi Public Broadcasting for the 2007 Governor's Arts Awards, Friday, April the 27th at 8 p.m. 2,000 recipients include Bo Diddley, Nora Davis, Sam Gillen, Tham Carr, with presentations. There's a bucket made by Governor and Mrs. Haley Barber. Check your fine-tuning guide or log on to mpbonline.org for all the listings. Trojans come up with the basketball. Lanier gets the bucket and cuts the deficit to 5. Brandon White looked like he might have double dribbled with that. Here's Dale Hughes. Hughes inside, leans in. Nope. Harris on the rebound. Puts it on the floor. Puts it up and in. That's Harris's first bucket of the second half. 42-35. Here's a leaner by Horton. Misses it, and he's going to be called for traveling. Now, what did he do to get the traveling call, Cheyenne?
See a replay on that. He must have shuffled his feet.
I wasn't looking at his feet. I was looking at how high in the air he was going. There's a good look at Kendrick Bush right there waiting for the basketball. He'll slap the ball to set the play in motion, and here comes the press by Lanier. And we got a traveling violation charge.
Right. After a made, yeah, you can only run the line after a made basket.
And he moved.
So sometimes officials, they tell you to hold your spot, but they don't have to.
Here's Benjamin George off to Horton. He's had the hot hand. RL backs away, takes the jump shot. That's money in the bank right there.
It's almost as though they're more focused this second half.
I agree with you. And RL Horton is really focused on the basket. He's got Lanier was down by 10 a few moments ago. Here's Harris on the baseline. Harris with the little jumper, won't go. Tip up, no, it won't go. Whistle, foul. And I think they're going to get Ray Knight, I believe.
Number 24, Ray Knight.
Yep. That'll be his third and the fourth team foul on New Hope. If Lanier gets a bucket here, we got a scoop for you.
And the pressure goes right back on New Hope.
Lanier is quietly chipped away at the lead, and here's why. Horton with a shot. Won't go. Rebound, Benjamin George. George in the corner. Inside it goes. Shot over Harris, blocked, and picked up. Here's the lead pass to Dale Hughes. Hughes to the hole for two. Dale Hughes having quite a ball game. Big block on the other end by Harris, set it up. Lanier now will bring it up the floor, down by a score of 44-38. Benjamin George from the free throw line chops it in.
I think both teams settled in. I think we'll be in for a good game to remain.
We, in fact, could get into the 80s. I didn't think so, but who knows? Dale Hughes will take the shot for three. Harris fights for the rebound. Bulldogs bring it down. Whistle, foul called. And that may be on Harris. Let's see if the official says 1-5. There's Coach Bird. He's not happy. That is on Harris. Let's take a look at it. Here's Dale Hughes. Takes the shot. And Rashante Harris going to pick up his third. A timeout on the floor with your score 44-40. New Hope will take a timeout. Back with more from the Big House in a moment.
There are 530,000 reasons why the Mississippi High School Activities Association does its work. The 530,000 high school and junior high students who are the future of Mississippi. Young men and women whose lives can be enhanced by a truly full high school experience. On any given day, as many as 7 MHSAA activities are taking place across the state. MHSAA, striving to make a difference in young people's lives. Mississippi Public Broadcasting's coverage of the MHSAA Cellular South State Basketball Tournament is made possible in part by Catering by George's. Serving Central Mississippi for over 50 years, Catering by George's experienced staff can design, prepare, and serve the meal you want. Located at Reservoir Point in Madison, Catering by George's is a full-service facility overlooking the reservoir. Thanks, Catering by George's, for supporting coverage of the MHSAA Cellular South State Basketball Tournament and Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
Welcome back. Catch the excitement of the Cellular South Bailey Howell Trophy presentation live right here at MPB Monday, March the 26th at 7 p.m. See who will be selected as the state's best collegiate basketball player live from the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. For more information, log on to mpbonline.org. And here is Benjamin George now as Lanier tries to get back in it. Terry Church's shot is up and good. Church has come in off the bench and played very well for the Bulldogs.
It's almost like the roles of flip-flop. You know, the Lanier didn't play with the intensity in the first half. The second half, they picked it up.
I think Coach Billups probably had something to do with that.
Yeah, he has a way of motivating.
Here's Wells right down the middle, puts it up, and a foul on the floor. Lanier, before that foul, had only committed 2. And that is going to be 3. Here's the replay. He tries to drive, Wells does, and R.L. Horton going to pick up his third foul. Check that, his first foul. I'm sorry. Here's the shot on the baseline by Dale Hughes. No good. Harris there, makes it in. Raymond Holloway on the bucket for New Hope. And it's another 4-point lead for the Trojans. R.L. Horton with the basketball. He's been hot. He'll take the shot. Nope, it won't go. And the rebound comes down to Kendrick Bush. Bush behind the back dribble.
big shot. Didn't take him long to set his feet.
Boom. And he'll go to the free throw line for the possible three-point play. Don't forget, we'll be choosing a Cellular South player of the game and a Cellular South play of the game coming up after this ball game. Hughes hits the free throw, and right now, I'd say he's one of several candidates.
He is. As long as he's able to make shots like that, they can rest Rashante longer on the bench.
Here's Lanier back the other way now, 2:40 to go in the third. Both teams can afford to be a little patient. Here's the shot on the way, in and out, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Raymond Holloway. And Holloway, whistle and a foul call. I think they're going to get the Bulldogs on this one.
All right, we're finna see pressing, a man-to-man full court.
That is the 15th foul and the third personal on number 25, Terry Church. Ball knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs. So they'll trigger the inbounds pass again. There's the inbounds pass now as the Trojans try to get it up the floor. Looking at somewhat of a press by Lanier. Wells right down the middle. The shot is up. Oh, the offensive foul call before the bucket.
It's a big difference of presence on the floor when Rashante is out of the game.
Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at it again as to why it's a foul. Yeah, he was set all the way. So Thurley Love takes the charge for the Bulldogs. Here's Benjamin George underneath. Terry Church for two. Terry Church with another bucket. And he's having a very good ball game. Here's Kendrick Bush in trouble. They're going to get a 10-second call if they don't hurry. They do. And a whistle and a timeout called by New Hope. They lead it 50-44, and we'll take a timeout with 1:57 to go in the third. Back with more from the Big House in a moment.
The dogs are red hot at Skyfield. Ruby Hall had a ball. Friends you know hanging out at the depot. So step on into the mall. Step on into the mall.
Mississippi Public Broadcasting's coverage of the MHSAA Cellular South State Basketball Tournament is made possible in part by Hamill's Home Cookin'. Hamill's, providing catering, buffet, and carry-out dining since 1977, and voted Mississippi's favorite down-home restaurant. Located at 480 Magnolia Street in Madison, Mississippi, Hamill's Home Cookin' comes from generations of Southern cooks. Thanks, Hamill's Restaurant, for supporting coverage of the MHSAA Cellular South State Basketball Tournament and Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
Welcome back to the Big House. Russ Robinson along with Cheyenne Trussell. New Hope leading 50-42. And one of the reasons is they're shooting from outside. And here's a good look at the Bulldogs underneath. Terry Church and he's quietly brought them back. But New Hope is shooting 50% from the floor. Lanier 39%.
And I tell you, Lanier got to take advantage as long as Rashante's on the bench. They got to take advantage of that inside, and they're trying to.
Dale Hughes with 19 points. Kendrick Bush with 17 points. Here's Ray Knight now for the Trojans. Inside, and they lost it. Here's the lead pass to Horton. He's going to make that look easy, and does.
That's their game, turnovers, transition baskets.
And nobody knows that better than New Hope. Here's Wells off to Kendrick Bush. Bush will bring it up, and he has the ball stripped out of his hands by Horton. Horton has the numbers. There's Church, and he misses the shot, but he's fouled. I think that Lanier has turned the tables emotionally on the New Hope Trojans in this half.
They have, and that was a part of their game plan. I'm surprised we didn't see it earlier. We just throw different defenses and just keep the pressure on.
Here's the replay. Nice outlet pass from Benjamin George to R.L. Horton for the easy bucket. And here's Church shooting two. First one up, no good. Church before that shot was 2 for 2. There's a good look at Phillips and Coach Bird right there. And Church at the free throw line. Didn't start the game. He's a 6'2 junior. But he has 13 points in the ball game. 1:17 to go in the third. Church free throw, good. 50-47, a 3-point New Hope lead. Ray Knight with the basketball for the Trojans. Across half court, will set it up. Trojans going without Harris right now. They're saving him for the fourth quarter. Dale Hughes in the paint, puts up the running one. Hender won't go. R.L. Horton on the rebound, and here come the Bulldogs. Can make it interesting with a bucket. Here's Benjamin George. Drives the paint, gives off underneath. Shot put up, good by Terry Church.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of the inside now with Harris being out.
And the ball stolen by Lanier, and a foul call.
That is Lanier's style of play.
Where has it been, though, Cheyenne?
You was wondering, in the first quarter, you thought that this may have been their first appearance here at the Big House.
Well, they've been here 9 times, and it's showing up right now. New Hope knows they're in a basketball game. They're fighting for their lives. Let's take a look at the replay. The shot inside by Terry Church. And Church, I think, a good candidate for our Cellular South Player of the Game.
He is.
We've got several candidates. And Benjamin George to go to the free throw line and can tie the game with a free throw. Benjamin George, 5'9". And it could be a tie ball game if he hits it, and he does. And believe it or not, Cheyenne Trussell, the Bulldogs can take the lead with a free throw.
They have battled their way back.
Second shot on the way, good. Coach Phillips has brought this team back. There's White, Brandon White with the basketball. While they fake it, they go inside, and a whistle and a foul called on Benjamin George.
Well, what Lanier's doing, though, they're contesting every shot, every play.
Let's take a look at that last one as the pass inside. And yeah, he got him on the hands. Jeffrey Little was trying to get that shot inside. They're calling it on the floor instead of a shooting foul, and Coach Bird doesn't like that. Here's a shot from Dale Hughes for 3. They give him 3 or 2. They give him 3.
It's a big basket.
That is huge. 53-51. Lanier down by 2 with 15 seconds to go, and they've got the ball here in the third quarter. R.L. Horton on the drive, hangs, shoots, scores. Tied at 53. That's the end of the third quarter. We will go to the fourth quarter. Tied at 53. It's going to be a great finish. Here's Kim Salter. Kim.
Thank you, Russ. I have with me the principal from New Hope, Mr. Bobby Island. You know, you told me that the whole community has really pulled together and been behind you all this week.
Yeah, we've got several fans. Our faculty, our coaching staff have really worked hard to all work together. It's been a really big group effort. Our cheerleaders, our Dance Express, I don't want to leave any groups out, but just the whole community has been very supportive. Our whole faculty has been supportive. Just been a wonderful, wonderful effort out of everybody.
Well, I know the first trip to the title game, you all were up here before, but I know that makes it even more exciting. So good luck to you on this one.
Oh, thanks. They're working really hard. If they keep up the good work, I think they can pull it out.
Thank you very much. Russ, we'll let you have the game back.
Thank you very much, Kim. And let's take a look at the replay as to how Lanier got back in this game. It's called R.L. Horton. Look at that concentration.
Athletic shot.
The last lead for Lanier was in the first quarter. And now, they got that lead back at 53. Yeah, Brian Eubank comes with his charts and graphs. It's unbelievable.
Oh, he does a great job.
All right, Brandon White with the basketball. New Hope on the attack. Harris back in the game. with the bucket. Nope, it will not go. Rebound picked up by Lanier. Harris back in the game now for New Hope. Big surprise. Benjamin George in the corner. And now back out front. You know, both teams can afford to take a little time if they want to. R.L. Horton. Oh, he thought about that three. Wells is with him step for step. Benjamin George on the left wing. Gives to Thurley Love. Underneath, shot no good. Harris takes it. They're letting him play. Here's Dale Hughes. Rims out. Boy, he had the shot. I'd want him to pull that trigger every time like that.
No, he get his feet set. He's a good shooter out there.
Here's Benjamin George. Oh, my!
The good players step up in big games.
There's a foul on the Bulldogs. Lanier takes a 2-point lead. Javon Brown picks up his third foul. Look at this shot. Boom. Great camera work, guys. Doesn't get any better than that.
You know, both teams have played over 35 games. They've been in these situations time and time again, and that's why they're so successful.
Here's the free throw. It's up and good. Mississippi Public Broadcasting wishes to thank Penn's Restaurant and Catering. Catering by George's and Hamill's Home Cooking for their support and bringing you live coverage of the MHSAA Cellular South State Basketball Championships. Here's a picture of Dale Hughes. Drops it in. And we're tied as Hughes picks up two more. Tied at 55. 6.5 minutes to play. Benjamin George inside the arc will not go. And Harris can't hang on to it. So the Bulldogs get another chance to play this inbounds pass underneath.
If you notice, since Harris been back in the game, Lanier's taking more shots from the perimeter.
I wonder why. Here's Horton. He'll take the shot over Harris and hit it. Boy, is he smooth or what?
Oh, he's something special.
He's one of those that you were talking about that's going to play at the next level, I think.
And he has a chance to do something that even Monte Ellis didn't do. 3 in a row.
Oh, my. Harris misses the dunk. That brought the crowd up.
Yeah, he tried to put a little character on that one.
That's a rim rocker there, and Harris missed it. And so now Lanier says, okay, we're up by 2. We'll just play a little pitch and catch. Good idea, bad idea?
I think it's good because you'll see a lot of one-on-one, and you R.L. Horton one-on-one with anyone.
He misses the shot, and Hughes fights for the rebound, but doesn't come up with it.
And such quick hands.
So now the Bulldogs will reset their offense now. 5:20 to go in the ballgame in regulation. Here's Horton. Down the middle, pulls up, misses the shot. Harris mugged on the rebound, outlet pass to Ray Knight. Knight, coast to coast, lays it up, misses the shot. Boy, you got to hit that shot.
Yep.
Ray Knight. It rimmed out, and Coach Billups wants a timeout. So your score, Lanier 57, New Hope 55. We'll take a break and be back in a moment.
On July 15th, 2003, 17-year-old Taylor Hooton took his own life in his own room as a result of depression he had experienced following the abuse of anabolic steroids.
Don't sacrifice years of your life for 1 year or 2 years of athletic gain.
On one special evening in 1988, rock and roll great Roy Orbison took to the stage with guests Bruce Springsteen, Elvis Costello, and many more. A concert like this can only happen once. You don't want to miss the performance. Roy Orbison and Friends, A Black and White Night.
Tuesday at 9 on MPB.
Welcome back to the big house. Look at that scene right there. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
That is.
Let's look at a replay here of a missed slam dunk with authority. Here's the shot on the other end. It's up and good by Terry Church. And now Lanier with their biggest lead in quite some time. Pass into Harris, and they double team him, but Kendrick Bush comes up with the basketball. Here's the alley-oop into Harris. Harris on the baseline. Harris moves, turns in, and this time he doesn't dunk it. He just drops it in.
I tell you, he's just too much down inside.
You know, Harris only has 4 points here in the second half. They've done a good job on him.
They have.
Lanier with a 2-point lead in the ball, 59-57. R.L. Horton comes out, takes the pass. Brandon White trying to stay with him. Here's the shot on the baseline. It's up and it's good. That is Lamar Williams with a bucket. 61-57 again. Here's Harris. Harris again off the glass. They can't stop him. And Coach Billups says, I need to talk about that. That's 2 times down. And Lanier has posted up with Harris, and they've not been able to stop him.
And the only way you can, you try to double team, and what they do to open up the perimeter shot. So right now, it's just a matter of both teams digging in and trying to make it these next 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Be sure that if you want your own copy of the DVD, as we take a look, you may want a copy of this. Look at this. Oh. If you want a copy of the MHSAA Cellular South State Basketball Tournament games, log on to mpbonline.org. Each individual game is available for just $24.95. Order your copy now by logging on to mpbonline.org, and you are going to want copies of this. Trust me. Let's take a look at the replay here. Here's Harris, and just softly, I mean, if you post up, who does Lanier have that can post up with him? No one.
No one one-on-one. Only thing you can do is try to get closer to the passer to make sure that lob is not as easy.
So now the Bulldogs will face a little bit of pressure. Wells will come up and pick up Horton. Horton, the wrong man who wanted pressure. He is so good under pressure. Horton backs in. Finds George, back over to Horton. 3.5 minutes to go in the game. And there's a whistle and an offensive foul.
Oh.
That is the second foul on R.L. Horton. Wells is the recipient. Let's take a look at it. Oh, that was quick.
Yeah.
That was really quick. And Wells looks like he's hurt all the play.
Taking out the Trojans, 55, Brandon White. Technical foul has been assisted.
We got a technical foul here, I think. Who's the technical on? It's on Coach Billups. Coach Billups, I think, is going to be whistled for the team. And Dale Hughes will go to the free throw line. Here's the free throw. Got it. He'll get another. This could be a real game changer. Second shot by Hughes. Got it. So now New Hope ties the game, and we'll have the basketball. And I didn't see what the technical. Well, there's Coach Billups right now. He doesn't look very happy. That's obvious.
Right. He's been working them all night, but I didn't see it. There must have been something that was said.
And a timeout call by Coach Billups with 61 apiece. I didn't see where the infraction came from, but as you look at Coach Billups now, he's going to go to the table and he is going to plead his case to the scoring table. 61 apiece with 3.5 minutes to play in regulation. This game, he doesn't look like he likes the explanation, and that's Larry Thomas of the MHSAA he's talking to over there. And Coach Billups still pleading his case, and Cheyenne, I'm not sure what he's pleading here.
I'm not sure either. But I tell you right now, you're only going to get 60 seconds in this timeout, so you want to start and get back to your team and get some quality instruction.
Well, he's got about 20 seconds left to give that instruction. This has been some second half. And Dale Hughes, well, we got a couple of candidates for the MHSAA Cellular South Player of the Game. I think Dale Hughes is one. I think Terry Church is one. And I think R.L. Horton is one.
Sure, all great candidates.
And we'll be selecting that Cellular South Player and Play of the Game right after the ball game. There's your numbers, 61 apiece. I wouldn't go anywhere.
I would. And Coach Billow's got to be careful about staying in that coaching box.
New Hope's going to look at pressure on the ball. And I think now you're going to see these presses, Cheyenne, that Coach Billups was talking about, and now Coach Bird not happy about something. And the official going to go down and warn, I assume warn.
Probably warned him about the box, staying in the coaching box, because he was at mid-table.
Well, Coach Billups is going to sit down, and we're going to get ready to go. Ray Knight inbounds to Kendrick Bush. Bush going to be double teamed, finds Wells. Wells picked up by Benjamin George, puts it on the floor. Bounce pass over to Kendrick Bush. Bush now in the corner to Hughes. Hughes into Harris. They haven't stopped him the last 3 times down, and Wells comes back for the ball. Wells will back away. They literally could go for one shot here if they wanted to.
Oh, yeah,
Here's Harris underneath. And an offensive foul on Harris for pushing off. That's 4 on Harris.
Yeah, each time down, New Hope is going to make sure that Harris touched the ball.
Boy, what a tough call that is for your offensive weapon to pick up their 4th foul of the game, trying to get position to get the ball.
Right, look for Lanier to try to take it inside to pick up that field goal.
Here come the Bulldogs. Benjamin George off to R.L. Horton. Horton looks, finds George, now back to Horton. 2:43. Good defense by Wells. Here's Horton in the paint. Jumps, shoots, scores. Wow.
Good high percentage shot.
Well, he was about 8 feet off the ground when he let it go. And it's a 63-61 ball game. Here's Harris inside. Back over to Harris, and the ball knocked away by the Bulldogs. Ball slapped away by Harris. Picked up by Church. Here's Horton in the paint. Puts up the shot, scores. And it's fouled.
He's been making those plays all year long, so it's not surprising for him to have the ball in his hands the last 2 minutes of the game.
Look at the intensity in his eyes. Off the glass for 2.
Focus.
And that is the 3rd foul on Kendrick Bush. Horton makes his free throw, and New Hope's got their work cut out for him, and he doesn't miss many. Got it. He is 3 for 3 in this ball game. And right now, New Hope down by 5 with 2:15 to go. And you can rest assured that they are trying to get the ball into Harris. Let's go down to Kim. Kim?
Thank you, Russ. With me is one of our sponsors, Randy Wade with Coca-Cola. Just quickly, I want to thank you for your participation. You all have been working with schools for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes, we have. We're proud to be a sponsor of the Mississippi High School Activity Association and support the youth in all their venues as far as recreational activities go.
Well, I know they greatly appreciate it. We won't keep it any longer. This game is going too fast. But Russ, we'll let you have it back.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Kim. 2:15 to go in the game. 5-point deficit for the Trojans. What do you think they said during the timeout there, Cheyenne?
Not to have any unnecessary fouls, but continue to pressure. As a matter of fact, Lanier can see more pressure than they have in the first quarter.
Kendrick Bush will inbound to Harris. Another thing, I think they're going to have to move the ball quicker. They don't look like they're in a hurry.
Right, and it's no surprise they're going to try to go inside to Harris.
Wells with the basketball behind the back dribble, trying to get a pick. Off to Kendrick Bush. Bush to the hole for 2. A timeout call by New Hope. With your score, 66-63 Lanier. I wouldn't go anywhere. Back in a moment.
Hello, I'm Gene Edwards. MPB gets the majority of our funding from the state legislature, but about 49% of our budget comes from corporate underwriting, individual contributions, and other sources. And that's why we host fundraising campaigns to ask for your support. When you make a contribution, we have some great thank you gifts to send your way. You can see all the great pledge gifts when you go online to mpbonline.org or give us a call, 1-800-390-4388. Thanks for supporting MPB.
Welcome back to the big house. Russ Robinson, Cheyenne Trussell, and let's take a look at the replay before they inbound it here. There's the ball. There's Kendrick Bush. Takes it to the glass for two. Now you're going to see pressure. 1:56 to go in the game. And fouls now. Both teams about to be in the double bonus.
Oh, yeah, if you're New Hope, you want to try to keep the ball out of RL hand, and, of course, you Lanier, that's where you want the ball in.
RL Horton throws that elbow out a little bit, and Wells backs off. Lanier, of course, they could just run a minute 30 seconds off and not shoot another shot. They've been here 9 times. They're no strangers to this game. New Hope beat them the last time they played this year. But R.L. Horton has brought this team back. Horton cross-court pass, got the ball back. And there is a foul by Dale Hughes. Well, they're going to, obviously, if you're New Hope, you're going to say, beat us at the line.
Exactly. Because right now, the clock is becoming...
66-63. And these are huge, Cheyenne.
They are. And that's one thing that Coach Miller stressed. We've got to make our free throws.
Javon Brown misses. He'll get another. Harris comes back in. They want to get him out on that play. And so Javon Brown will get another free throw. This is big because it makes it a 2-possession game. And he missed it. Harris on the rebound. Well, if you got a 3-point shooter, might want to crank him out here. Here's Brandon White with a basketball. Andy Hughes now to Harris. Harris there. Missed the shot. Terry Church can't hang on to it. It goes out of bounds.
So he got a little too far underneath the basket. Fortunate enough to get the ball back.
Let's take a look at it. Harris got the ball, as you see right there, but yeah, he just had it knocked out of his hands. Here's a shot by Ray Knight for 3. Nope, it won't go. And Terry Church muscles it out. Underneath, shot put up, block, and a goaltending call. Is it a foul or goaltending? It's a foul. Let's take a look at it. Here's a shot. Whoa. Let's see what the call is. Guys, I want to see the basket is good. Guys, let's rewind that and see that replay again. That's an interesting shot. They're going to count the bucket. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the pass.
He didn't touch the backboard.
Ooh, I don't know. Free throw in and out, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds by Lanier. 5-point deficit for New Hope. 46 seconds to go in regulation.
You're going to see a little soft pressure from Lanier to try to take a little time off the clock.
Harris comes in and takes the pass. Boy, they're going to have to be faster than this. 40 seconds to go. Here's the pass into Harris. Harris there, puts it up and in. And a timeout called by New Hope as they're down by 3. Obviously, let's take a look at the replay again. Here's Harris, just kind of a little soft baby hook in for 2. And if you're Lanier, you want to give him that shot and not foul him because that's a three-point play. Let's go to Kim Salter. Kim.
Thank you, Russ, very much. I have with me Mike Wilkinson of Mississippi Sports Medicine. As many of you know, he's the guy that sticks around and makes sure all the players are doing okay and are healthy during the games. Things are going pretty good so far?
So far, we've had a very injury-free tournament. It's been very good.
Well, I want to brag on you. Okay, I've got to read this because it's so long. Mike was named the National Federation of High Schools National Contributor for 2007. He is the champion right now here in Mississippi, and we're very proud of it. Russ, we'll let you have it back.
Welcome back. And a big discussion going on. Cheyenne, what were they talking about during that timeout?
Couldn't quite tell, but look for New Hope here to try to steal. If they can't get the steal, look for them to pick up the foul.
All right. Lanier will inbound it, and obviously they're going to get fouled in a hurry. Or maybe not.
And if you're Lanier, you want to keep the ball in RL hand, but at some point they're going to have to foul him.
Here's R.L. Horton. He's been the man in the second half.
Coach Bird wanted that foul.
And he got it. Boy, you fouled the wrong one, though.
Yeah.
Here comes Harris back to the ball game.
Now, these free throws are big.
Well, you got a big man up there shooting him. He is 3 for 3 today. 24 points unofficially. Got it. Well, some of the folks starting to file out of the Coliseum thinking that this one is over. R.L. Horton has 30 points today. Make it 31. It is now 70-65, and Lanier calls a timeout with 18-7. Let's go ahead and select our player of the game. You think it's safe with 18 seconds to go? There's Coach Billups. I would have to say that if Lanier goes on and wins this game, that R.L. Horton with 31 points, and he just took control of this game in the second half.
Took control. You're exactly right, Russ. He came out in the second half, took control. He wanted the ball. And during your big games, your big players, they want the ball.
And he wanted it, asked for it, got it. But look at the shooting that he had in the second half, Cheyenne. I mean, whether it's threes or twos, if it's in the paint, it's underneath, it's at the free throw line. He's as good as advertised.
Yeah, almost as though he picked the team up on his shoulders and just carried them. Now, we still got, with 18.7 seconds, a lot of game left.
New Hope will inbound it. Ray Knight will push it up. Knight goes baseline, puts up the shot, and he'll earn a trip to the free throw line.
If you, Lanier, that's the one thing you didn't want to do is stop the clock at this juncture.
Lamar Williams picks up his 4th foul. And Ray Knight will go to the free throw line. Ray Knight with no points today so far. And he has one now. 70-66. Checking in now is Jeffrey Little for the Trojans. Here's a good look right there at Ray Knight.
If he makes this basket, New Hope has to go for the steal, if not the quick foul.
Second one is good. So now it's a 3-point ball game with 12.5 seconds to go.
Look for R.L. Horton to get the ball.
Benjamin George is going to be fouled by Brandon White. That took 1 second.
Good quick foul.
And we'll walk down, and Benjamin George, who is 4 for 4 from the free throw line, will head there. You know, I guess after 9 appearances in this game, it just comes together for you. Game in and game out.
At the beginning of the year, Coach Billups said one of the things they talk about is tradition at Lanier. Expectations are high, and they expect to get here from the very beginning.
From the first day of practice.
Very first day.
Well, they don't accept anything less than this game at Lanier.
and they hear about it. So many of their players come back. The community is very supportive, and so the expectations are high.
Well, Benjamin George with 2 free throws and a timeout called with 11.6 seconds to go. We'll be back with the final 11-6 in a moment.
There is a wonder that springs from being in the presence of a great river. It comes from deep within our soul, this instinct that a river is somehow sacred, an integral part of life. This is Gerald McRaney. Join me for the story of Mississippi's Pascagoula River, one of the last significant rivers in the United States, free to flood and recede with the seasons, its waters flowing with the rhythms of nature.
April 26th at 8 p.m. on Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
Welcome back to the Big House. Russ Robinson along with Cheyenne Trussell. If for your own DVD copy of this game or any of the MHSAA Cellular South State Basketball Championship games, log on to npbonline.org. Each individual game is available at $24.95. Order your copy now by logging on to NPB Online. Here's the shot is up. Nope, won't go. Harris, nope, won't go. He got it. With 2.2 seconds. 72-69. Now, barring the biggest collapse we've ever seen, Lanier may do it again. Now, Cheyenne, in your opinion, what changed it for Lanier in the second half?
I think come back and getting back to what they do best, applying pressure, making the turnover. Coach Billups says sometimes they're not the best shooting team, but they're at their best when they're putting pressure on the team, of their opponent.
Well, and I think for me, they didn't panic at all. No. I mean, they were down by 10, and they were playing the same way as if they're up now by 5.
Exactly. At the end of the first half, you wonder, like, New Hope has got to be the one that's the more aggressive, but the second half, Coach Billups got them motivated, and they're showing why they're true champions.
2.2 seconds to go. Harris obviously going to try to deny the inbounds pass.
And look for the quick foul.
And the pass comes into Church, and he is fouled on the play, and that took 1 second.
Foul on the Trojans.
Church has played well.
21.
Ariel Horton has played better. But, I mean, scored more.
Sure. And Ariel's the leader of this team, and it's been a pressure. He heard so much about Monte Ellis, and he took on a leadership role, and once again, he get a chance to win 3 championships if they can hold on to this league, something that even Monte did not have the opportunity to do.
Well, Monte's making his name for himself, though, out in Golden Gate. Church at the free throw line. First one on the way, good.
He just sealed it.
Lanier is going to win number 9.
And Russ, both of these teams well prepared. They executed the coach's game plan. It was unfortunate that you can only have one goal ball.
Second shot by Church. Got it. That's it. It's over. And Lanier is your 4A state champion again. And again. And again. And again.
This would be number 8 for Coach Billups.
Unbelievable.
8 state championships.
8 state championships.
Look to see New Hope back. Yeah. Only losing 1 senior at the starter, so look to see them back here next year.
Well, the Lanier Bulldogs, and you see them cheering, are the state champions. And they will be getting their MHSAA Cellular South medallions. Let's go to Kim. Kim Salter.
Russ. Thank you very much. I have with me Coach Billups. Now, I know there's so many numbers that are floating out there. 3rd in a row, number 500 in terms of victories. But what's really on your mind?
Well, we worked so hard for this, I know the kids were ready today. We just fell behind a little bit at the beginning of the game, but I knew they was going to come back because we worked real hard. And, I'm just so proud of them.
Well, you have a lot to be proud of. You have a great program and years of great history there. What are you thinking about next year? What are you thinking about in terms of the future?
Our goal after we play our last game in 2 below is to win another state championship. That's our goal.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Russ, back to you.
Thank you, Kim. That's a point and a good question by Kim. These guys have another game they're going to play, Lanier, and winning the state championship. Here's our player of the game, R.L. Horton there, number 15. R.L. Horton is our player of the game, Cellular South player of the game, and getting congratulations. Also, our play of the game coming up now from the folks in the truck. Here's our Cellular South play of the game. And R.L. Horton, I think this says it all. Just shot over everybody and drops it in. And our gonna get another. There's a good look at R.L. Here he is off the glass inside, whether it's inside or outside, and he shot that over Harris with Harris standing there in the paint. By the way, we want to congratulate also the Cellular South Scholar Athlete winner from today's game is Jamal Young from Lanier High School. So congratulations, Jamal Young. There's a good look there at R.L. Horton, who is the Cellular South player of the game, and then Jamal Young from Lanier is the Cellular South Scholar Athlete winner for today's game. And now you can see a good shot there of Lanier. I mean, all the numbers favor them. I mean, you know, you just look at it.
There's a lot of tradition, a lot of history, but I tell you, both of these teams have a lot to be proud of. 98% of the other schools in their class are at home. And it's been a long road. You know, they start really not back in October when MHSAA said you could start, but as Coach said, they started at AAU across the summer.
All right, we'll be back with more from the Big House as Lanier is your 4A state champion here in Jackson. We'll be back with more in a moment.
15, Ashanti Harris.
Hi, I'm Mark Wahlberg. Join me on our search for America's hidden treasures.
If this was real, it would be a fantastic box.
The history behind this box is absolutely incredible.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Oh, wonderful.
That's not a bad investment with $25.
Next time from Mobile, Alabama on Antiques Roadshow.
Thursday, March 29th at 9 p.m.
Here are the stats of the ball game as Lanier wins at 74-69. Free throws really did not help New Hope. New Hope too many turnovers, 13-5, and it's another state championship for Lanier. Don't forget tonight, the 1A state championship. It all starts tonight on Mississippi Public Broadcasting, as we'll have the 1A state championship with the girls at 6:30, and then the boys will follow at 8 o'clock, and you can catch it all right here on Mississippi Public Broadcasting. For Cheyenne Trussell, this is Russ Robinson saying, see you tonight from the Big House. To the Big House. Mississippi Public Broadcasting and the Mississippi High School Activities Association present the MHSAA Cellular South Basketball Championships, sponsored by Cellular South.